Okay, today we're going to do it a little bit differently. Um, I mistakenly completed Colosseum of Fools on a practice run. So this is my gameplay I'm just going to speak over. Um, wasn't a lot of problems here to beginning, even during the training sessions I'd done the night before. So these kind of sections are reasonably fine. Um, I did, because I was practicing, I was still fairly open with my attacks. Wasn't very conservative. I was just kind of trying to get towards the end of it so I could practice on the later sections. These parts I kind of knew reasonably well, so I wasn't too bothered doing these perfectly. Um, Still good to do stuff like this. Quite happy with that one. Nice when you get some fancy attacks in there, and then you ruin it by getting hit by the easy guys. I was still taking the chances to heal. That's an easy one before the two lads come up with the prime asses in the middle. I do realise people have a lot of problems with them, but generally I find them quite easy. You'll see my first attempt there at a nail art. My friend had told me to try use them a bit more often, so this is actually this practice run was kind of trying to implement them a bit more in my gameplay. So these ones are always easy peasy. Might get hit by this one. Nope, do well there. So following on from this, these guys reasonably fine apart from that, and then you just get right out of the way and just hide up in this corner until you hear screams no longer, basically. This part I kind of always find to be, if you mess up at the start, you'd be able to use this part as a kind of a healing and to gather up some soul. I'm kind of unsure why these guys are in the Trial of the Fool. At this part mainly. Later on it's a bit easier. This part, like, I know I get a couple of hits here and there, but like I'm not really in theory trying to do a perfect run. I don't know, they're quite easy and easy enemies to be killing for this stage of the game. So here is where I really try and kind of bring out the nail arts a bit more, especially with these guys, because all of them can be killed with a double hit or a single hit. That nail art, the slash, going off on the nail arts here. But that was still just trying to get that kind of practice in. Those guys are a bit more annoying because obviously they take the 3 hits. I think I try and get a bit fancy here with my little hops. Yeah, look, trying to. That's after my Path to the Pain run, trying to be a bit extra fancy. So nothing unusual here. A few more nail arts. I do tend to try and get either to the very bottom or very top. Don't like being stuck in the middle of these platforms. The top holds a lot of safety, especially with the flying guards. They don't generally go above there, so it's a good chance to get your heal on. So dispatch them fairly easy. I normally always go for the Aspen straight away. Get the big guy out of the way because you really get a good chance of healing when it's just the red soldier left. So you'll see I get rid of the flying guys, and that gives me a good chance to get a heal. Very slow, these lads, so get another couple of hits in and get my heal. Just to always try and make sure that I have my full health at all times. I did also have to lower down the volume of the game audio itself because I forgot that I'd record off my PlayStation 5 controller when I saved the clip, so I have had to lower that right down. So dispatch them nice and easy. This is the part now where I think it closes in. No, the more annoying guys. So sometimes you'll find when you're completing this, you'll get them in a perfect little rhythm, and they kind of just pop exactly where you want them to. Other times they don't. But again, an easy chance to heal as these guys are just crawling around the floor. You never really have to worry about getting hit by them unless you're doing silly things like I have done on previous. And I knew he was coming, so I don't know why. Yeah, I got hit, but there you go. So easy to spat. Self quick slash really works well. I find in this, I haven't done a magic build at all. It's been a pure strength build. So 3 hits for him, nice and easy. I just try and bum rush him every time he turns up. I find it easier than having to worry. So you'll see there, just get rid of him quick, so you don't have to worry about the electricity doing any extra damage. And the same again there. So it's basically as quick as you possibly can get rid of them guys. Nice and easy there. I still did a heal there. I knew he was coming again. So I believe I try and get rid of the flying guy first, so he doesn't annoy me. Yes, there we go. So easier to deal with the single guy in the ground than dealing with both at once. So dispatch, and now I believe is when Everett tightens it. Yeah. So this is where I was originally having problems during the training streams. It's where I die quite often, not here at the part where the, well, I assume where everyone dies a lot in this. You can still see here though I'm being quite aggressive. I'm still not really thinking this is going to be the run where I complete. Awfully aggressive here with this mini. I just kind of rushed them. So just for context, I think it's Unbreakable Strength, Mark of Pride, Quick Slash, and possibly another one. I can't remember exactly the charms. I know those 3 are definitely ones. Sharp Shadow as well. So always get to the point here where you have your full health, is what I learned, because you will lose here. This is like obviously the best I've done at this section. Still could be so much better. I do try and like stick to the top. See me trying to practice like nail arts there, see if I could do that in this section or not. Always remembering, I suppose, and you see those guys are kind of the harder ones to dodge, that you can jump after you do a downward slash on an enemy. That resets you. Definitely something, and then you practice nail arts again to lovely effect. These guys are, I have to say, are a lot handier than the Primal Aspids, because it's just always in the same 4 directions, so you don't really have to worry too much. I'm kind of around here getting a bit worried. 2 master health. Slightly worried. So I think I know at this stage that that's the last one. It's going to drop me right down, so I mess up there, quite simply.
Good.
Don't know why I did that. So right now I'm thinking this is a dead end, but we'll see here. I dispatched the last one. Hop back on, try and get some heals before the octopus guys come in. So it's actually the last part I died in the training, my last training video. I think I just got unlucky with how they were spawning on top of me. But this time around, I kind of just got away with it. Wasn't too bad. You can see I got an extra couple of hits there to get some souls, so I could get a heal. I had looked at the waves previous to this, so I kind of knew what I was getting into. I knew that was the last, like, in theory, hard section before the God Tamer. Bearing in mind, I had no idea what the God Tamer would be like, so even getting to the end, I thought, well, at least I'll have a practice on the God Tamer before I can complete it. So just doing some nice dodging here, just to get that health up. Both of these are very slow. These guys are very common in the first 2 Colosseums. As always with this guy who I should know the name of, get rid of him quick, because you don't want his spells attacking you. And normally he just does either 1 strike or 3. Mark of Pride is very handy just to get that extra hit in. More very aggressive gameplay there, just to get rid. I will say my nail is as strong as it can possibly be as well, so if you're watching this and you're thinking, Jesus, that's very few hits, it is as strong as it can be, and with Unbreakable Strength as well. So that was nearly something to be proud of, the actual jump up around the tall one. Unfortunately it didn't work. I suppose there I could have just used my spell, my downward spell. It's not always in my head. I do like the L pogo on the enemies. Okay, so I was pausing a lot, and I tried to get them out as much as I could. But this is the final edit, so just before I get into God Tamer, that was me kind of wondering, right, how is this going to go? I'm actually going to be able to kill him, or am I going to be kind of dodgily just giving it a go? So I kind of just stay really aggressive. I'm probably lucky, to be honest, to get the win, but it was just overly aggressive. There's a bit of magic there. Trying to dash through that whenever it came through, and then get in the middle of the two worked well for me there. I think I just kind of, I don't know, copped that was going on fairly quickly, and that was it. Finished with a sharp shadow. So nice and done. And just heal up just for shits and giggles there at the end. So I did manage obviously to get a bit closer towards the platinum. So with the end of this, it means I gained 2 trophies overall. So I got Keen Hunter and Fool. So that's 2 more trophies on the way to my platinum. Thanks a million for watching, guys. Like and subscribe.